Apologies for the intrusion. I'm Hugo. Let's just say I'm something of a collector. I've heard your video store is the most classy one in all of New Eridu, and the ambiance here is understated yet refined, elegant but still. I've also noticed some well-known individuals frequenting this place, and your achievements at such a young age truly impress me.
Oh, you give us too much credit.
Trust me, I'm being honest. I do find your store quite special. So, I guess the room Children of Devils.
What are you talking about? I'm not following.
Am I imagining it? Or do you seem really nervous all of a sudden? Children of Devils is an old movie I've been searching for, but it's so niche I can't find it. Or perhaps...
You're imagining it. I'm just surprised there's a movie we haven't heard of.
No worries. Like I said, this movie is rather niche. I'm sure you already know. Vampires, typically, they are pale-skinned, well-dressed, exuding a mysterious and dangerous aura.
You kinda look like one.
I'll take that as a... Oh, and I don't feast on... Anyway, back to the movie. It's about a man who
So,
You think so? To me, it's more like a revenge. Well, it's a shame you don't have the videotape. I'll just grab a copy.
No offense, but you're being overly generous.
I understand. Your store is like a collector's gem in itself. Please, consider my payments here as...
Your definition of a collectible is pretty broad.
Because of my work, I happen to know some of New Eridu's upper echelon.
That's nothing. I've seen my fair share.
Guess I was worried for nothing. With so many high profiles. Speaking of which, there's a big industry auction coming up. They'll probably have, if you'd like to attend. Oh, by the way, I saw a market. Go check it out if you're interested. Maybe you'll stumble upon some. After all, there are... Well, thanks for today.
You there! Why not come try your luck? All sorts of prizes are waiting to be won!
guy looks so arrogant.
Quit the act. You may look harmless, but I know you have a secret. Your crafty skills have caused headaches for countless, not to mention, you're revered in your field. Everyone knows who you are. Your true identity is a member of the most infamous band of thieves in New Eridu.
Huh, what do you know? My true identity is even more infamous than Mockingbird.
What? You're even more evil than Mockingbird? Oh,
I know. Now might not be the best time to say this, but
forget it. I'm Curtis Ravenlock. You'll face consequences.
Oh no, I've upset a powerful man. I'm so scared. You're not going to silence me, are you?
Don't be ridiculous. I wouldn't go that far. Just keep it in mind and know your place.
a guy with such a massive ego probably can't pick up on subtle sarc.
Anyway, you were the only one next to me when I lost my wallet.
Listen, you can't just throw accusations around. You'll be held accountable for what you say. I did not steal your wallet. But if you insist that I did, let's go to PubSec together. Of course, if you can't prove it, I'll be pressing charges against you.
Press charges? That's a bit too... In any case, my
No one's responsible for your wallet except you. Let's be real. You're just trying to shift the blame.
You! No one's ever dared...
Clearly, your accusation is your outfit, while elegant, shows unironed creases and notice plus. The wet ink on your cuffs suggests that, all in all, it's clear you're not well off and quite careless. Is that why you jumped to accuse others?
That's utter...
Regardless,
Damn it! You'll regret this.
I really... But it's all over.
Thank goodness you're here. Otherwise, that guy would have kept arguing forever.
I didn't really do... It's a relief to see him. He should have known what would happen the moment people like that should have a taste of their own. Unfortunately, that's why sometimes I don't...
You seem to be implying something. Don't tell me.
A good movie never spoils. Anyway, it was nice running into you. Please, may it keep you away from shady people and situations.
Anyone else want to redeem prizes?
They're here with me now, sir.
I'm glad to have the chance to speak with you, young'uns. Helios Academy used to be a peaceful and comforting place. I know you still can't fully trust me, and I understand that completely. But please do know that I mean you no harm. Your teacher, Carol, and I, we used to be friends. She was a kind person. I was truly sorry to learn that she was the one held responsible for the fall of the old capital.
She was innocent. There has to be more to the story.
I hope so too. It's just that the fall of the old capital still weighs heavily on us all. But I believe you just got caught up in all of this. I'm sorry for what you've been through over the years. It must be...
Is that all you wanted to say to us?
You two are very cautious, and rightfully so. Carol has taught you well. The real reason I reached out to you is to tell you something very important. Something about... I stumbled upon some of the data Carol left behind. She spent much of her time studying ways...
Teacher, she was...
Yes, which is why I believe this was her final wish. Simply put, your eye implants are directly linked to your brain. And as a result, the HDD system takes up a part of your body's capacity. This leads to certain issues, the most notable being that it suppresses your innate ether aptitude. I brought in a team of specialists to analyze Carol's data samples, and after some effort, they created a plan to upgrade the HD. After the upgrade, the HDD system will operate with significantly reduced power consumption, allowing for a substantial boost in your...
Do you mean that once the HDD upgrade is done, we'll be able to enter the holo...
Exactly. You'll likely experience... I'll have the specialists from Marcel Group continue monitoring your physical condition to reduce the burden of...
Are you really giving us such advanced technology for free? Feels like there's gotta be some kind of catch. Besides, you must have known about us for a while. So why...
I'm not asking for anything in return. As truth is, from what I've learned, your eye, perhaps the power within you, could affect all. But you must understand, power is a double-edged. As the mayor of New Eridu, I must ensure everyone's safety. So I hope you'll forgive my caution. I'd been observed.
Miss Bell and Mr. Wise are both kind and honorable individuals. I believe they'll use their power for the right...
Yeah, they're both good people.
Thank you for your kind words, even though we have no idea what this power is. You're not just saying that to get our hopes up.
Of course not. It's just that I don't have much information right now. Well then, I'll let Lycon assist. Rest assured he'll guide you through everything. You should...
If you would follow me...
All good, I think.
Really?
Your body is adjusting. Give it time to adapt to the changes. As a
I see. And that...
It's quite impressive one of you adapted so quickly. Your ether aptitude is net, but you must be careful at first. Like one of the data piles in the hollow near the Metro is malfunctioning, and we need a skilled proxy to address it. Alice, take your time and the journey's ahead. You've...
Master Proxy, the data pile that the mayor mentioned is in this direction. Let's keep moving. The data pile that the mayor mentioned is near that garage ahead. Let us make our way.
What a pain. There's nowhere else to go. We'll have to move the train.
We should search for the passcode nearby to disable the laser, and then move the train.
Ah, I get it now. We should be able to enter the pass.
How are you feeling now, Master Proc?
Not good.
Glad to see you're well enough. If you feel any discomfort, please.
Yeah, I'll carry you on my back.
Really? I want you to carry me right now.
Let's...
You've always had a sharp mind, and now you've got the muscles to match.
Thanks for the...
No, I was just thinking. When will you pick up some fighting? If you can fight, you can handle things in the hollow all on your own.
Master Proxy, the data pile is right up ahead. Worry not, Master Proxy. We'll ensure your safety. Zero!
Thank you. Sorry, I still need you guys to protect me. Looks like I gotta buck up a little.
Roxy, you don't need to push yourself so hard.
No worries, boss.
You're already pretty great. Oh, it's another passcode.
We should be able to find the passcode nearby. Let's keep an eye out for it. Maintaining the data piles in the hollows requires a proxy with the utmost professionalism. Say no more. Master Proxy, let's take a look around this area. We might be able to find clues regarding the passcode.
Proxy's moves seemed more fluid in that last battle.
Master Proxy, this should be the second passcode. Master Proxy, we've been in the hollow for quite some time. How are you feeling? Time to hunt.
I feel fine. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Take a break.
What a pig.
That's good to hear. After all, this is the first time you've entered the hollow since... Passcode is here. All right, that's all of them. Let us return and open... The mission was a success, sir.
Excellent. I'll be frank. I contacted you. I'd like you to participate in an auction and help me secure an item.
Hold on. Is it the same auction I heard?
Yes, that's the one. Since you're aware of it, I'll get straight to the point.
Sacrifice.
Remember the sacrifice you took down near the construction site? It turns out it can maintain its form outside the hollow and carries human gene. Within it, this core possesses the same inexplicable power as the sacrifice, allowing it to exist without relying on ether. However, the core was recently stolen from the most secure lab in New Eridu. We suspect this is an inside job rather than an external theft. We searched extensively without success. The core has been concealed within an auction item.
So you want us to bid on it at the auction?
The power of the sacrifice is highly volatile and destructive. We must keep it confidential. And I, as mayor, am not suited to participate in the auction myself. Plus, I'm running checks on my inner circle due to... Frankly, there aren't many people I can trust. Don't worry, the funds are covered. And Victoria, of course, this hinges on one condition. Your will.
All right. Well,
thank you very much. The only hurdle now is the invitation. I'll handle that promptly.
You seem a bit puzzled.
the relationship between the mayor and Top...
You're quite perceptive. As you know, the roots of New Eridu's governance lie with the Mayflowers, while Tops is a conglomerate of companies. Power and profit often lay the foundation for conflicts, which is why securing invitations could be tricky for us. Things would be much easier if Tops weren't so involved. But worry not, Master Proxy. It may take some time, but now, if you've no further need of me,
Didn't that collector Hugo mention if we wanted to attend the but he didn't leave us with his contact information? Odd, right? If he wanted us to contact him, why not leave a number? Did he just forget?
Maybe he left a puzzle for us to solve.
You've been watching too many movies, Belle. When come to think of it, Hugo did leave us a rap. He said something cringy like, wait, don't... I get it now. Anyway, let's try
Aha! It's you! The man I've been waiting for you to contact me. I was...
Actually, I have a favor to ask.
Ah, so you'd like to attend the auction? But if you two can help...
What kind of task? Is it something I can handle?
Don't worry, I would never put you... I'll wait for you at Do Gardening Shop in the... You've...
Another waste. This time.
Good day, manager. Wonderful to see. About our previous discussion, I see. I appreciate your help. Here are the promised invitations for you. One was I had to pull a few strings to secure these invitations. So please, otherwise,
Wait, seriously?
well, when you dance with sharks, but I have faith in you, dear manager.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. And so are...
I've been meaning to say, you're so close with your... What's your view on family ties, manager?
It's a bond you have to maintain carefully. Even as family, we might not fully know each other. For example, someone who was like a mother to us loved us deeply, but also kept many things from us.
Mother. Huh. For me, I once had a half-sister.
Had? Did you two fall...
No, we never argued. She's been gone so long.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was...
It's okay. Anyway, back to what we were saying. It's highly likely that, as you know, while he's the rightful heir to the Ravenlock family, he keeps he's sitting up on his high horse looking down on everyone else, and he'll do whatever it takes. I hope these upper-class people eventually face the punish. Too bad the scales of fate lean one way or another. I digress. That's all for today. I have some have fun at the...
It is a pleasure to see you again.
It's been a while. Lies. Deception. Betrayal. I see swirling mist, shrouding the truth in a deep, enigmatic haze. Found you. Chosen one. You are exactly as I thought you'd be.
Chosen one? What's that? Sounds like something from a tacky novel that was popular a decade ago.
Words can only convey so much, so it's understandable if what I say doesn't make sense to you now. But you'll know what I mean soon enough.
Young lady, I know you might think I'm lying, but... I'm telling the truth. That item was my late husband's keepsake, and I had to pawn it due to financial difficulty. But I can't bear to see it auctioned away to who knows where. I'd never be... There's a hidden flaw in that item. If you point it out during inspection, it will be... In return, I'll offer you some compensation. It may not be...
Mom, please. Your story might be genuine, but you're... Besides, this has nothing to do with me.
Young lady, you don't look like you're struggling for money. How can you be? I'm sure this refined individual here...
Huh?
Yes, you! If you're...
The auction is about to start. I'm not sure how you gained entry, but I'm sure you don't want to be driven out with your daughter. And you? Here's a little piece of advice. Don't let your sympathy easily sway you in an auction like this. Otherwise, I'm Vivian, by the way.
Dear guests, the auction will begin shortly. Please make your way to the venue.
He may be from the Ravenlock family, but he's been entering the lottery in secret. Maybe...
Ugh, what rotten luck. I won't back down this time.
Let's raise the bid a little.
Such a small amount. As
The start of an auction is crucial. Your opponent is determined to win, so it's better.
You should just give up.
Good luck to you. Host, I increased my bid by...
Where could you have...
A solid move, but perhaps a bit too...
Okay. Let's not rush into inflating the price. Seems like it's just the two of us.
No matter what, I won't...
Ugh, I didn't expect...
This is the perfect moment to
You're really stubborn, huh? Is it really
The current price seems a bit too high.
Are you for real? I had no clue commoners were so well...
Well done. It stayed at a Regardless, though in my opinion, its aesthetic style is a bit... ahead of its time. But as long as you like it, that's what matters. After all...
The next item is truly exceptional. The final creation of a legendary artist, the only one of its kind in all of New Erid. The artist's tale is quite fascinating. Unrecognized during his lifetime, his work, because of this, authentic works are few and far between, making each one incredibly precious. And this stunning, without further ado, let's get started!
If I can get it for under 500 million, 300 million!
If I'm not mistaken... Guys, isn't that the item the woman asked Vivian to bid on?
Yeah, that's the one. If our...
1 billion.
Even if his final piece is a collectible of this quality, starting at $1 million right off the... Since she doesn't have to earn her own money, any bid is just a number to her.
Was that... Wow. She just said Don't let your...
Yeah, but she can literally afford not to take her own advice.
Oh, this elegantly dressed lady. So, is anyone ready to challenge this young lady? Invest in the
I'd advise against. I'm going to bid on this no matter the price.
This young lady is certainly very confident, going 3 times! All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first half. Please feel free to unwind in the lounge for a bit, as more treasures await.
The coffee here is...
You have a strange. Despite her ruthless exterior, she's actually quite kind-hearted. Though you wouldn't dare think that, would...
Not at all.
You're not being honest. And I don't appreciate deceit. Just to clarify, I didn't assist that woman out of kindness. Nor because it's nothing more than a
scam? So
They'll tell you a tragic story, begging you to help bid on a collectible at a high price. They promise a reward and guarantee the item will be withdrawn from the auction, so you think you won't have to pay it. But the reality is, once you bid, the deal is done. No going back. And you...
So...
I really enjoyed the story of that legendary art. At its essence, sells story. I'm willing to pay the price for the story. That's another
I didn't really
Let me give you another piece of advice. People often mask their true intentions. I hope next time you'll accept my invitation, and not that of these pretenders. I'll see you soon, my friend of many secrets.
The second half of the auction is about... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back! Up next in our auction is tonight's showpiece. Legend has it that, long ago, what's truly fascinating is the unique gem embedded in the collar...
Wise, that gem's
Such an important item, yet it's just there on a piece of...
How gaudy.
This auction sure is. There's people of all sorts.
Robe of Heroes. Nonetheless, I'll secure it.
Yes, I see. Seen. Of course. I'll keep...
I didn't expect this to drag. I believe there is no meaning in continuing this senseless bidding war. So, my friend, what did you have in mind?
This man is pretty shrewd. Maybe I should... Perhaps a better question should be...
The ball's in my court now. Good. There are more antiques in this auction than just the robe. Why rush into this? You might find some...
Honestly, I don't find that robe of heroes all that impressive. All I want is that
I'm afraid I cannot accept that, my friend. You're unaware of...
A wisely pointed question. Now we know the gem is his true aim.
The Ravenlock family always gets what they desire.
What a coincidence! I, too, always get what I want.
You're quite comfortable.
You know when to stand your ground.
My time is valuable, my friend. I've already lost. If I offer you a token of appreciation, let's say...
In that case, if I were to give you a hefty sum of Denny's, would you back down?
I fear my price is beyond your... It's been a while since someone dared speak to me. All right, since I can't sway you, but let me be clear.
Oh no. Though the mayor gave us a huge sum of Denny's, I have a sinking feeling...
Thank you, everyone. It appears I'm the well, I'll be taking this masterpiece with me. Of course.
Damn it, we almost won! Ugh, Denny grabbing jerks.
I got a message from Hugo. Look up?
What happened?
Why'd the lights go out?
What's going on? The power went out?
Mommy, I'm scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's auction. My apologies for the long and dreary opening. Losers always have a lot to say.
That guy looks familiar.
Is that...
What are you all standing around for? Someone deal with this intruder!
How uncouth. I'm simply here to reclaim what's rightfully mine.
You! When did you...
Well then, tonight's show is coming to an end. I wish you all a lovely evening. Yours truly, Mockingbird.
After him! Catch that thief or forget about getting paid tonight!
I can't believe he's here. And his target happens to be that core, too. Forgive me, Master Proxy, but...
He might find it surprising, but...
You do? I see. Years ago, we founded Mockingbird. The Phantom thing started off well. We were young, with naive ideals and lofty goals, and we pursued it. One night, there may have been signs of what was to come, but no one noticed them at the time. Eventually, I left Mockingbird and accepted the olive branch extended by the mayor. The separation was, shall we say, less. Master Proxy, if I'm...
Though he helped us before, and he seems pretty nice, I can't tell...
Mockingbird has changed. No, it's not. In any case, I'm still unsure of his intentions, but we cannot risk that based on my past experiences. I can likely predict the route he'll take to evade his pursuers and escape. However, this path lies within the hollow.
Let's head straight there. I'm feeling super strong.
Very well. As I thought, Hugo really is here. When we were still working together, he would often choose routes that were difficult to attack, but easy to defend. Master Proxy, the layout of the port is complex. Ethereals may jump out from any corner.
Many ethereals. They don't seem to faze him at all.
Goodbye, my friend. or you'll get hurt.
I'm not going to let you have your way. Master Proxy, that's one of Hugo's weapons. Make sure to avoid it. It may look like a coin, but it's actually a dart. Oh no. He's extremely familiar with this place. Master Proxy, dragging this out will only be to our disadvantage. Let's proceed through here post-haste. Stand still. The mechanism here isn't damaged. It's still functioning normally. Something's not right. It feels too easy, almost as if... Stay calm now. This must be the right way. Not to worry, Master Proxy. We'll be able to catch up to it. It should be this way. Are they from the auction? Back then, Hugo would typically retreat into a hut, and as his partner, I'd be responsible for... I'm unsure if he has a partner now.
He was alone the entire time when he approached.
I see. That's good. Regardless, Master Proxy, although I'm confident in my ability to defeat them, the clash here might delay us, and our main focus now is locating Stand still. Stay calm now. He should be nearby.
Long time no see, traitor.
It was you who broke the oath, not me.
You haven't changed, pompous and self-righteous.
Beyond reason!
Both of you! Enough!
Master Proxy.
Are you all right, Master Proxy? Any injuries?
I'm fine. I just forgot I wasn't Eos. I thought your attacks would just go over my head. I'm not used to being this tall, I guess.
Rest assured, Manager. My blade has always been I'll never point my weapon at my allies, as for that oath. He has no sense of control in the heat of battle. Even turn...
I'd thank you not to
What? Are you denying it? I merely spoke the truth, didn't I?
were in for a tough day, but it seems we struck gold in the end. If you value your lives, you better...
I have no conflict with you, gentlemen. I'm here for personal...
Cut the crap. Spinner, whatever your business is, pay your...
Pay our dough. This is the Hollow. You're not even the current mayor of New Eridu would... Am I correct?
You sure have them. Don't push it. We've buried idiots like you in the Hollow before, and soon you'll be...
I'd urge you to reconsider.
Huh? Unfortunately, your kind advice... They've already won my... Scared? Then perhaps you should think you've made your bed. Now lie.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Spare us!
Are you quite done blowing off steam? Don't kill them.
Who do you think you are to tell... They weren't planning to show you any mercy. You haven't changed at all over the years. To hell with you and your foolish fantasies of being some almighty. Haven't you learned your lesson from what happened with your eye and legs?
My principles remain unshaken. No one has the right to take another's life.
Sinners deserve punishment. Do you know how many lives? I'm merely delivering the just...
It is not our place to pass judgment. I know I will not sway you. There's no point in... I will stop you.
Go ahead and... I will defeat... Be prepared to kneel before me, traitor.
You talk too much.
Beg for mercy. I have you now. Proxy, I'd advise against trusting anyone from them.
Really? Do you two have to do this now?
Clean up that...
My apologies, dear man. But I'm itching to teach him a lesson.
Worry not. Mastery of my skills will come in time. But there's something more important I would like to teach you.
Does a phantom thief even need faith?
Of course. What else would we fight for?
For wealth, fame, and power to stand at the top, so nothing and isn't that what... Or perhaps by faith. Do you mean something asinine and empty, like justice, dreams, or friendship? Hilarious. Grow up, Lycon. It's... You...
All right, enough squabbling. I may not walk the path of justice. There's too much injustice in this world. And there are times when it becomes necessary to right those wrongs with... Taking lives, however, is out of the question. Life is a precious gift. No one should have the authority to judge whether another lives or dies.
I will.
You don't seem convinced.
As you mentioned, that's why we must strive to bring fairness to this world. Those who cause harm should face consequences, just as those, but not all lives hold the same value. Sometimes...
You're too proud. Your pride...
I have my own path and beliefs, Jack.
Hey, watch your mouth. If it weren't for Jack, you'd be dead.
You're a smart kid, Hugo. Skilled, too. You could easily take the life of a sinner. However, what if one day you found out you were wrong? What if that so-called sinner were...
I wouldn't make...
To err is human. Everyone is bound to make mistakes. It's good you are open with your thoughts. I just don't want your troubled past because your hatred doesn't define you.
What's wrong, Lycon? You've been...
My apologies, Master Proxy. Before Hugo and I founded Mockingbird, he took us under his wing when we were in dire straits, imparting his skills and... But Hugo didn't agree with his viewpoints.
Okay, I'll admit. I've been...
Mockingbird. And one of them was a
Hugo.
Is this you?
So what if it was...
Have you gone crazy? You bury all these lives in the name...
They deserve to... Especially my... You know what? Sometimes murder is... And for that...
Enough! I can't trust any...
Where are you going?
Anywhere. Someone from the Mayflowers got in touch with me before.
Are you mad? You know what those hypocrites in city administration are like. Then we fought them together all this time. Are you going to turn your back on Mockingbird?
The mayor is different from the others. But it doesn't matter. As your friend, I'll give you one last piece of... Otherwise, the day will come.
My apologies, Master Proxy, that Hugo came from a powerful family, and his relationship with them was always strained. After shouldering a mountain of injustice, Hugo ran away from home, and that setback that Mockingbird suffered turned out to be intimately connected to his family. I had thought it was just a normal... He took advantage of me. I do not mean to pass judgment on him and his decision, but I refuse to accept a partner. Perhaps his family left a mark on him that... In any case, Hugo still has the sacrifice core.
A pleasure to speak with you. Lycon has already filled me in on Mockingbird stealing the sacrifice. I'll deal with it.
Anything else we can do to help? I mean, we didn't manage to complete our mission.
No. You've done well. It's just not appropriate for you to get involved in what's to come.
We've been through far more dangerous situations. Plus, we've dealt with Mr. Mockingbird before.
Really, I appreciate your kindness. It's just... Very well. Not long ago, I received a letter declaring criminal...
Sir.
Lycon, I know you don't want to place them in danger. I feel the same way. However, that letter threatened to use a sacrifice to take vengeance against the entire city of New Eridu.
What do you mean by...
I believe the person, or the organization, who sent the letter is planning to use the sacrifice to mount a large... Everything we've uncovered so far seems to support this. As you know, the sacrifice's true power is a mystery and cannot be... This is no small issue. If this gets out, it'll send the...
Then let us help out.
But it's like I said before, it'll be too dangerous for you. Whichever way you look at it, you're still citizens of Plus. Carol would be furious with me if I put you in danger. Anyway, I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter any further. Please rest assured that we will handle...
That's right.
So that'll be all for today.
I'll have to work overtime to finish this mission report. You're here! All right.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so unfortunately, we came up against a horde of ethereals right after that. I rushed in the thick of all the fighting. I turned back, and luckily, I managed to defeat the ethereal. I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody... It's just human nature. It's... Yes, that thing is right. So long as humanity is in constant only by embracing this whole creator. Please.
Are you okay, Ji-Yuen?
Thanks. I'm okay. It's just... Even though well, at least now I know the reason why.
What did Bringer see during the recording?
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the hollow to...
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one?
It's possible that like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body and helped him.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he...
That sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point. But it still exceeds the limits of what...
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
I've been... We meet again, I imagine you've already managed to gain some info from about some people who wish to use sacrifice.
How do you even know about that?
Because I've been watching you I know many things. But unlike those hypocrites, I'm willing to share and I need to find Bringer's
belongings.
Oh, he did. I have complete confidence in my intelligence. All the more reason for you to work with me. You've probably already guessed, but what Bringer left behind will be crucial for cracking the alleged sacrifice. Find it, and we'll finally know.
Who do you mean by...
The Exaltists, of course. They're always lurking whenever something related to sacrifice comes up. Actually, the Exaltists and I. But no more than that until you officially agree to work with me.
All right, I agree then.
Splendid. By the way, might I ask, you're not proficient at in-hollow
Well, that's not really what...
As I expected. Not to worry. Not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the hollows.
Hang on. What did you just say?
That's right. The best proxy in all of New Eridil. Lord Phaethon. Don't tell me you don't like him.
Well...
As I expected. Not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the hollows.
Hang on. What did you just say? Your darling Lord Phaethon? It's not that I don't like him,
Well, if it's not that you don't like him, then that means you do like him, right? And I know exactly how you feel. My love for Lord Phaethon is really complicated, too. Great, you're a fan of Lord Phaethon, too. But that makes sense. All of New Eridu ought to be fans of Lord Phaethon.
How should I put this? I'm not really a fan of...
I get it. You're ashamed. Because you love him so much. Relax. I'm with you as you make your journey, fellow fan. Oh my. Once I start talking about Lord Faith, then I just can't help myself. I suppose that's all for today, then.
Proxy, you're here too.
I didn't expect to run into you here.
What are you two doing here? And is that a new look I see, Ambi? I'm here to investigate that I've recently dug up some clues about the person behind the operation, but my key contact is ultra cautious and keeps demanding me to prove my identity. So, to gain her trust, I decided to meet her now that everything is completely finished. This uniform doesn't really represent anything in particular. For me, it's we all have to move on someday.
I'm helping her. I want to make sure whoever's and who's this?
Her name's Vivian. She's my friend.
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hair's most powerful members. And Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper.
You know.
Looks like someone's done our homework. Is it because of the...
You two are practically celebrities. And because of my work, I've got loads of info when it comes to anyone with a name around New Eridu.
I see. Seems...
Let's prepare to enter the Hollow. Unless you have any further questions.
You're going into a Hollow? Proxy, you plan... Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately.
Huh. Aren't you that lady?
Hello.
Vivian, are you alright? What's wrong, Vivian?
It's nothing. So then...
Don't worry. I'm not here to scam you.
Don't tell me. You're my
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad. Alright. I'm going to exchange some information with...
You're not looking so good.
I can tell.
Okay, that's all the in return. I will take me into the Hollow. I left something very...
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves.
It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating?
It's fine. There's no rush.
Huh? Yeah. They're real...
It'll be safer with more people and we'll find her...
Thank you.
So, what is it that you all plan to do here?
We are here to look for something extremely important. New Eridu's future may well depend on it.
Save your strength, Envy. Ether vision activate. Right on cue.
Move behind me.
Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating?
Since you're familiar with the name Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore. What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Ether vision activate.
Move behind me.
Time to pin them down. Quick shot.
Wanna recharge?
Let's use that fissure to head to the next location.
I'll take point.
This is the place.
So, what is it?
A ring. I was excavating. Please, could you all help me find?
Sure. I'll start.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. Go. I know it might sound strange. I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be.
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag. A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
It's a fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound. What's wrong, Vivian? You seemed worried for a while now.
I'm worried about Sienna.
The location should still be safe.
I hope so.
Her vital signs are...
What happened?
I guess this was... There's one thing your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes.
What makes you think that will happen?
I just trust you. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. But it's something I must do. I have to leave if it's okay. Could you tell her... Don't worry. Thank you.
She was betting that we'd help her.
So, you were aware of it?
Yes. You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a... But the things I see are always something bad. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad...
It wasn't me. Sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening.
How unusual. She shouldn't be here.
If only she would just...
I'm sorry. Every time. In the end. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting they... or if my very existence is manifest.
Vivian, it's not your fault. You were just trying to be kind and warn them.
I can tell it's never been easy for...
Thank you. No matter what, I hope no misfortune, whatever happens to any... Proxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
Whoa, that's kind of an out-of-the-blue question. Let me think. I think it can. Once the camera stops rolling, no one's really gone.
Is that so? In my memory, this has happened countless times already. Like endless misfortunes. can't I even have a sliver of happiness? The fissure that we're looking for is up ahead. Outbound. Mind of mine. Recalibrating.
The melody of combat.
A perfect conduit.
The target's weary.
I'm on.
I'll pierce right through.
I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow.
Thank you.
She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes.
Master Proxy, is the...
I'm curious about your story, Vivian, but we can talk more when...
You're the first person to ever say that to me. These premonitions I see are not within my control. Most of the time, I see death, disease, accident, but every time, without exception, they end up happening. That's all I have to say about it. If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me...
Why would I be offended? That's just...
I've always considered this ability.
It's not a curse.
Thank you. Well, it's getting late. Looks like it isn't in here. Strange. There's nothing in here. This is it. But I don't know what the...
Well, hello, Master. Oh, don't give me that scandalized look.
I would have protected the proxy, even if you had...
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion.
Hang on, did you say companion?
Apologies. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thief Syndicate.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian.
So, the whole time, you were only bidding on the collection so you could get backstage and mess with things?
I warned you before.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird Phantom Thief can show. Your trust is most appreciated. Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long...
We need your ability.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept. We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. A prime example being the uneven distribution of wealth. People from Tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by. Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering, hope and despair, love and hate. It's all just so unfair. Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far. If you ask me, that's enough to be
You do have a point.
Thank you. I knew. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the. We can provide you with all the latest intel. Just like that. And the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice call. We share the same goal for the moment. How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, he's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to keep me in check. Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then
Great. It's a deal. Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that.
How about it?
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I am mocking.
So it's you.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak in, I'm here with the sincere intention.
And what do you want?
Wealth, glory, power. And I'm confident that as the current heir...
Then my family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, at which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you. Naturally, as an outsider, you're precluded...
Mr. Hartman, I think you've In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that I was hoping...
You want to join TOPS? That's easier said than done. Even for a family like ours.
Just answer me yes or no.
I understand. Yes, you have my but in exchange, you'll have to give...
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden... You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with TOPS.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mucky.
Mr. Hartman, I should remind you that I stand before you undisguised. Coming from a phantom thief, if I betray you, then you merely need to lift...
You do make a valid point there.
I appreciate...
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership? Having a drink before undertaking anything important...
As an outsider?
By the way, you aren't the only member of your organization, are you?
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees.
Seems you'll do whatever it takes to get things done. Great things lie ahead for someone like you. All right, let's leave it at that for...
That's him! He's the one who killed Serena! She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel.
Father! We have to punish him! Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her.
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. He should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled. He has no right to live under the same roof as us.
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who was willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But I...
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. As for the rest of you, go to the...
Father! Before this...
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. This is all for your own good. Do you understand? Go on.
Yes,
Soon.
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy. Today was quite eventful. You're a child that only brings misfortune. People have been saying that about me for a long time. I used to feel hurt and resentful. But now that I think about it, it's perfectly normal for people to react that way. Why do I only predict suffering? If I could predict happy things, joyful things, would people like me a little more? Maybe fate truly is set in stone. Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all. So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift. Thank you, Proxy. I'm so glad to have met you. And you're also a fan of Lord Dathan. It's like we were fated to meet. I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self. Perhaps people really do possess an aura, and ours just so happen to be extremely compatible. By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever talks about his past. But judging from his eye colors, I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then and just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a but he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly. I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting after that. They formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period. So, I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. But sometimes when I look into his eyes, even though he may say some extreme thing, I think one day he'll tell me his secret.